All right, people, gather round. We've got a political showdown brewing in the heart of Africa. This is not just any ordinary event. It's a momentous occasion that could reshape the future of the continent. Raila Odinga, the seasoned Kenyan politician, is throwing his hat in the ring for the African Union Commission chairperson position. This is a role that demands not just experience, but vision and leadership. This isn't just another election, folks. This is the big leagues, the top job at the AU, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The outcome will influence policies and decisions that affect millions of lives across Africa. We're talking about leading a continent of over 50 nations, each with its own unique set of challenges and opportunities. From economic development to peacekeeping, the responsibilities are immense. Now, for those of you who don't know, Raila is a household name in Kenya. His influence extends beyond politics. He's a symbol of resilience and hope for many. He's been a prominent figure in Kenyan politics for decades, known for his charisma, his fight for democracy, and, let's be honest, his dance moves. His ability to connect with people is unparalleled. But can he translate that Kenyan charm onto the continental stage? That's the million-dollar question. The entire continent is watching, and the world is waiting to see if Raila can rise to the occasion. The AU Commission chairperson election is a delicate dance of diplomacy. It's not just about who has the best policies or the most experience. It's about building alliances, navigating regional interests, and winning over the hearts and minds of African leaders. To clinch the top spot, Raila needs a whopping 33 votes from the 55 member states. Think of it like the African version of the Electoral College, but with more countries and even more drama. It's a tight race, my friends, with two other formidable contenders vying for the same prize. Richard Randriamandrato from Madagascar and Mahmoud Ali Yusuf from Djibouti. This is a proper three-way battle royale, and only one champion can emerge victorious. Back home in Kenya, President William Ruto isn't taking any chances. He's making bold moves and strategic decisions to ensure his political future. He's gone all in on Raila's candidacy, pulling out all the stops to secure those crucial votes. From grassroots campaigns to high-level endorsements, Ruto is leaving no stone unturned. Ruto has been jet-setting across the continent, meeting with African leaders and making the case for why Raila is the right man for the job. His diplomatic efforts are aimed at building a strong coalition. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't Ruto and Raila used to be political rivals? Their history is filled with intense debates and fierce competition. And you'd be right, they've had their fair share of disagreements in the past. Their political battles have been well documented and widely publicized. But hey, that's politics for you, right? One minute you're throwing shade, the next minute you're sharing a platform. It's all about adapting to the changing political landscape. In this case, it seems like they've put aside their differences for the greater good of Kenya and potentially the entire continent. Their alliance could mark a new era of political cooperation. Ruto's support for Raila goes beyond just securing the AU top job. It's about a broader vision for the continent's future. He's got a bigger vision in mind, one that involves shaking up the global financial system and giving African nations a louder voice. This vision is not just about economic growth, but about redefining Africa's place in the world. One of his boldest moves, calling for the creation of an African credit rating agency. This agency would aim to provide fairer assessments of African economies, free from the biases of existing global agencies. Now, some might say that that's a bit ambitious, but you've got to admire his chutzpah, right? It's a daring step, but one that could change the game for African nations. Ruto is basically saying, hey world, it's time to stop judging African economies by outdated standards. The current system doesn't reflect the true potential and dynamism of our markets. We need a system that reflects our realities and our potential, a system that acknowledges our growth, our challenges, and our unique opportunities. Whether he can pull it off or not, that's a whole other story. The road ahead is filled with challenges, but the ambition is clear. But one thing's for sure, with Raila potentially at the helm of the AU and Ruto championing bold ideas, Africa is about to make some serious noise on the global stage. The world better be ready for the new wave of African leadership and innovation.